You are a B2B service-based business owner and you are looking to gain more clients, create more impact, and more revenue in your business. Tune in to Amplify Your Marketing Message with Campbell Rapin. Every week, we're going to take you through how to build an audience of buyers, mastering your marketing message, and making offers that convert consistently. We'll see you all on the inside. If you are anything like me, you are inundated by people, peers, social media that talks about the glories of leveling up. It's deluding us to think that everybody wants to level up, that finding our purpose is everybody's goal, that living our best life is going to be this amazing experience. And I'm going to slightly call BS. Actually, I'm not slightly. I'm going to massively. I am calling this out because truthfully, there are very, very few people that have the tenacity, commitment, desire, and follow through to truly level up. And I'm going to talk to you today about what it's really like to actually have a conversation about the real reality versus the bill of goods that you've been sold, which is it's like rainbows and unicorns, and we just need to sprinkle 3 steps, and ta-da, you're going to have the best epic life you've ever had. Because I tell people this all the time who come into my space saying, in my business, I'm here to be transformational. In my business, I'm here to find purpose. In my business, I help my people live their very best life. I said, you are not in the right room with me because I don't know what that means. I don't know why I would want it. And nobody is moving towards that, in which case you don't have a business. You have a very, very expensive hobby. And sometimes they're lying on the floor at that point. And some get up and say, I needed to hear that. And so I will tell you that is a very uncrowded place where you are surrounded by peers that want to level up, truly want to level up. Because it has not been what you've been sold. And it's awesome. Honestly, if you're the small minority, you're a peer like me who really wants that, then I will invite you right now. Be sure you're in my network. Be sure we are connecting and having conversations because this is a rare community. And like-minded people are hard to find. Because truthfully, leveling up requires an honesty that few will tolerate for any length of time. And yet, every major step up that level requires that brutal honesty. And that's why we say we want it, but we don't follow through. And I'm calling today in this episode those that follow through. Leveling up requires that brutal level of honesty and that crystal clear clarity on what you're doing, why it matters, and how it is a non-negotiable to you. And to do that, once you get to that level of clarity, it requires us to be openly talking about 4 phases in a leveling up journey. Because a leveling up journey feels like the sky is falling. You are struggling to breathe. You feel underwater. You cannot get clear. And you are wobbling. And everything in you pushes you to say, that comfort zone, even if it didn't serve me, feels really, really attractive right now. It's just a mirage. That comfort zone no longer serves you. You have a calling and it's time to answer it. So to do that, here are the 4 phases. I want you to hear, recognize, and wink at as you transition through the storm. Because the only way you get to level up is to go through the storm. To have an unerring determination not to quit while it's hard. Because truthfully, you get to choose your level of hard. Everything you want, that compelling vision to create an empire, to make the massive ripples, and to live vibrantly requires storms. Because you don't get the rainbows and unicorns without the storm. And I think so often everybody's telling you about the utopia and not showing you the honesty of what the storm really feels like. Well, here it is. And I know this because right now I'm in a storming season in my own business. I've had great success over the last several years. It's no longer where I want to play. I am choosing to create more impact. I am choosing to play with bigger impact. I am calling the empire builders and they need me to show up certain to serve, which means I get in my own way a lot during this storm season. And here's the 4 things I am really cognizant of so I can wink at them as I move past them to that next level of success in my business. The first thing is that you need to know you cannot get to the other side without doing the work. Really unattractive that nobody tells you that, but truthfully, you need to do the work. And what that means is repetition and mastery. You don't get to be great by thinking, osmosis, and observing. You get to it by doing the do. Do the do. And I will tell you that that means you're going to suck at a lot of things. It's going to feel out of your comfort zone. It's going to make you doubt your capabilities, your confidence, going to really make that comfort zone look attractive. Your ability to say, I will do the work so that every step I take builds confidence, capabilities. I have the ability to firsthand have a feedback loop. I know that I can iterate if I get into movement, is the key to it all. And that's why I launch things in unpopular seasons in the marketplace, because I know it's not about the immediate win of filling that program. It's about the learning of how to get that program be exceptional so that it is sold out. I give my access to everybody in those early stages, my clients, the people who are part of that journey in the transformation as clients. And I always, always talk openly because that's what you get with me. My integrity stands firm. But I embrace the suck. I embrace the learning. I commit unerringly to doing the do so that I build the mastery. I build the iteration. I build the firsthand confidence because of the experience of time. And you can condense that time when you choose to focus. Why does nobody actually really, if not nobody, but why do very few people level up? Because they are unprepared to focus and stay the course. Because guess what? It looks like work. And guess what? Work is the requirement, it's the fee you pay to getting the result you want. You cannot pass go. You cannot collect $200 by bypassing this. And if nobody is telling you that, I hope today you hear this like a laser. Embrace the suck, do the work. Commit to going through the storm. Commit to iterating, learning, and applying firsthand knowledge. It's the thing that will help you find your magic path through it. And it's the thing that, looking back in hindsight, you go, well, that was messy, but I'm really glad I got here. Second thing is that to get where you want to go, you do not need to go solo. In fact, it's to your disadvantage. And so I want you to be clear that needing support should be a given. And that peer support can be people that are leveling up. Please don't get in rooms of mediocrity. It's not going to serve you. You have to be in places where the conversation is different, where stretching is normal, mistakes are openly talked about, lessons learned are not hidden and glossed over, but dissected and learned from so that we can use them as our launch pad to the next iteration. I also want you to look at hiring mentors. When you put skin in the game, it's everything. And skin in the game from somebody who's been where you want to go is the fastest accelerator I know. What's important when you choose your peer group and support is that couple of things are a standard. One, they actually walk their talk. Two, they have the capability to teach and have patience for the wobbles. And thirdly, that they will hold your vision when you wobble. And that's one of the most important things. That's why I think mentorship is so key to this. And that could be peer-to-peer or also paid from somebody who you seek that has been where you want to go. It's not enough to show the highlight reel. I want you to walk the walk with me. And while they can guide you, let's just be clear, the decisions are yours. That's the storm. That's the inundation where you feel uncertain. I don't have all the facts. I don't have certainty in what I'm doing. And it's wobbly and it's messy. But guess what? Decision making is a learned capability, the most important capability you need to level up at any next step in your business. Because you don't get to make less decisions as you level up. You get to make more and bigger ones with bigger consequences and shorter amounts of knowledge and shorter timelines. And you have to trust that you have good peers, that you're learning, and that you are staying through the storm as a non-negotiable to get to the other side. The third element is that it is imperative that your vision connects to you. You might not be able to see it completely with your eyes yet, but you can feel it with your heart. Your heart has to be involved in this because, again, you are the fuel source to that vision. You do not need to be the only fuel source, but without you, there is no spark. There is no light. There is no, I am hell damn not doing this. What's really important is your vision has to pull you past convenience because leveling up never happens when it's convenient. When the sky feels like it's falling, guess what? Another storm still comes. And it's asking you, the universe, God is asking you, have you got what it takes to get to the next level? Every storm you're in right now, every decision you take to move past the convenience factor is needed in order to be successful in leading at the next level. Can't skip go. I said that before. It's imperative that you know. Because truthfully, you need to have tools to reconnect to your vision. And those can be self-discipline tools like journaling, having vision boards, having audios. A couple tips I always tell my clients, I want you to write a letter to yourself. I want you to talk about what that vision is. I want you to talk about what it feels like to embody that vision. And I want you to read that to yourself. I want you to record it in your own voice. And I want you to speak those words to you over and over and over again. Because in a period of uncertainty, it has to be the thing that's like an elastic band. It pulls you right back on course. Said, I get it. I'm not quitting the field. I might need to regroup. But quitting isn't an option. And that's what makes that real rare group of people who truly are the people leveling up. We need more of us. So I'm inviting you to take that step. The fourth key pillar as you move through the storm season of what it really feels like to move and level up is to stay the course by knowing what's non-negotiable. Not everything is non-negotiable in your world. Let's not set that unrealistic expectation, but the end result is non-negotiable. Some of the key ways you do it have to sit within your value system. Those are non-negotiable, but the pathway in and around those blocks has to flex. That's why you're learning in the embracing the sucks at category that you're going to pivot, adjust, filter, learn, shift, keep going. This is iterative in its nature, but you need to know where your true boundaries are. Because as a leader who is leveling up, an empire builder who is going to make big ripples, what stands at the end is, who are you? Who are you when no one's looking? Who are you in your losing season, the season of leveling up? What's your behaviors? What's your language? How do you treat people? Those are the things that you get to actively choose. And sometimes you will take course corrections because every level that you step up requires you to shed what no longer serves you and to step into the becoming of the next iteration of yourself. It is so exciting to be in rooms where people are leveling up. It's where I like to play. It's not a crowded field. Leveling up isn't rainbows and unicorns. That's the aftermath. In the middle, leveling up feels hard, stormy. You're filled with uncertainty. And guess what? It is how you ride the storm that is the maker of who you will be at that next level. I think about that and think, I don't want to skip a step. I need all the steps in that journey. The becoming is the point. It's not the destination. Because I know when I reach that next level and when my business is transformed and some of the programs that are coming are seeing massive ripples and I'm training at a global level and playing with the empire builders one-to-one, I get goosebumps. As my friend Carolyn would say, truth bumps. I don't want to skip a step. I know that showing up right now in the messy middle is like the young girl playing in the rain. Get my dancing shoes out. I want you to feel that way. I want us to have more open conversations of what it's really like, because you can be so bought into by what you're hearing everywhere around you saying, I want to live your best life. And everybody I know who said that, I always go, are you living yours? Because I don't see that. Otherwise, I don't see the joy. I don't see the impact. I don't see the legacy. And for the very few people that I do live and breathe it, I'm like, wow, I want to hold you tight. I want to be in your ecosystem. I want to spend time, have coffee, go travel together. And I want to have conversations with you. If you're listening to this, I want you to know it's okay to choose your heart. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to pout and cry it out. But the one thing I want you to do with absolute certainty is to say, I will ride this storm. Leveling up is messy and glorious. Welcome to my party, my friends. This has been Amplify Your Marketing Message. If you are listening to this and you're thinking, wow, nobody is talking about that, it's time to come have a conversation with me. Because whether you are looking for support at a group level or you're an empire builder who's ready to run, leveling up requires you to be in rooms of other thinkers who are leveling up. That's what I am. That's where I'm going. It's non-negotiable. I invite you to be on that journey with me. Come connect to me. My website, ChristineCampbellRapin.com. It's go time, my friends. It's time to light it up. I'll see you. Let's ride the storm together. That's a wrap on another amazing episode of Amplify Your Marketing Message with me, your host, Christine Campbell Rapin. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss another great episode. And be sure to visit ChristineCampbellRapin.com/podcast to get a free resource on how to master your marketing message. We'll see you all on our next episode.